come on, you're stealing my thunder. Well, hi guys. ATAC forever, right? Yes, we have already been joined by a cat today. We are well and truly blessed. Um, so this is Suki, if you haven't seen her before. She's a hot mess, very unhinged, very on brand. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Trying to think, so I have to mention Morgan first. I saw she was making a big deal about being first in the chat. So I've seen Morgan, I see Amy, Tori, Ricky, Jordan, Shannon. I feel like there's more here. My other half is lurking in the chat. Of course, my bestie, Professor Hotchkiss. Maybe a couple of lurkers. You guys have a good weekend? Mine was pretty laid back, kind of taking a breather and recuperating from the week. It was pretty busy week last week, at least for me. I don't know about you guys. Cat, no. I don't know what you're trying to get into, but the answer is no. So, I'm hoping that just eating plain chocolate chips, like just chocolate chips out of the bag, because I have done that before. That is the mood. I like that. Trying to see. Tori says hi to Suki. Yes. Amy says hi too. Suki, they are talking to you. They are greeting you. Do you feel welcomed? And she's leaving. Chocolate chips in a bowl. See, usually when I do that, I don't commit to a bowl. Maybe I've done like a little tiny cup or something, but usually I just have them in a like straight out of the bag. We're like dumping some out of the bag. Usually it's when I'm baking and I leave a few in the bottom of the bag and then just pour those in my mouth. Hi, Johanna. If you're not allergic to peanut butter, a spoonful of that dipped in chocolate chips. Ooh, yes. I could see that being really good. That's a great idea. I have done the Parent Trap way of getting peanut butter and then putting it in an Oreo. That's really good. Are we doing that for fun, or is that because you disapprove of my snacking habits? Oh, I was going to see. I think I'm going to bump my mic down slightly. Hopefully you can still hear me okay, but I think it was a little bit too high. Yeah, peanut butter and chocolate is always good. Always a good combo. So I think tonight, if my cat will let me access my keyboard, we are going to be doing part 2 of the final scene. I think we will also be hopefully finishing the game. So we're going to see how that goes. So I'm going to try to go ahead and get into it so we have some chance of completing that tonight. I'm going to try another experiment, see if I sign in with my Twitch account. Streamlabs will let me use the Twitch ones here. Yeah, that's a good thing to try out, see if it works both ways. I would be interested to know. If not, I am sure that Morgan will give you all the paw pennies you could possibly desire, and no one's going to be poor in this chat. We are all living our best life. It was just for fun. That's okay, Ricky. It's fine. I just, had to figure out if that was a judgment call or not. We're gonna let shenanigans ensue. I mean, of course, Suki. Now, if Hugh was here, we would really get going with the shenanigans, because he's got whatever absurd number of paw pennies, I can't even remember, but he has more than, I think, anyone apart from maybe me. But if you guys are ready here, we are going to go ahead and work on getting into this. Ma'am, you cannot be on top of the keyboard. It worked, you just used your Twitch username instead. Well, that is good to know that that works both ways. So if you didn't witness that previously, Tori has confirmed that you can log in to my Loyalty Store website with either your YouTube or Twitch login, and whichever one of my streams is live at the time, it will display the redemption on that stream. So if you want to be sneaky and not give me a heads up in the chat of what you're redeeming, that is a way you can do it. Cat, you're gonna drive me bonkers, aren't you? You're eating dinner with your mom, so you're gonna lurk for a bit. That is perfectly okay. My mom should be joining at some point here, I think. Let me see. Mama Beat is baking peanut butter cookies right now, so she can't get on for a little bit. But I think she's planning to join. She's got to make cookies first, though. I'm just hoping she's going to share cookies with me because she makes really good ones. All right. Let's go ahead and get switched over here. I'm double checking myself that everything looks okay because I was a couple minutes behind today because I had to remember to switch over a bunch from my setup from Friday. So here's hoping that everything sounds okay and everything. So let me know if we've got some volume out of whack or anything looks weird, anything like that. Hopefully we should be good. All right. So we are loading our happy chaos, and we're gonna have some chaos. So we just started day 2 here. So day 1 was, for anyone who might be watching the replay, if you maybe missed part 1, day 1 we had Maya got kidnapped, and we heard a threat on the phone from the kidnapper saying that if the theater got torn down, Maya was going with it, and giving this reason that they are wanting the theater to be saved as why they kidnapped Maya. Other than that, we mostly just kind of went around, talked to people. We did some puzzles, solved a few things, but really I feel like a lot doesn't
Rock
really
and roll,
happen
dear.
so much on day 1. I feel like most of the meat of things happens on day 2. A little bit happens on day 3, some stuff happens on day 1, but I feel like day 2 is kind of the most meaty day. So, not enough. Morgan, are you already complaining you don't have enough? Sigh. Okay, so I think we should have just been dropped into day 2, and I'm not even surprised, Morgan. So I don't think we've looked at this yet, so we've got a wreath here. When I first played this, I was not sure at first what that says. It says RIP, which makes perfect sense, but I could not read that font when I first started this. So it says, planning a funeral is such a dreadful pain. Wouldn't you rather just stop the demolition? It's a pretty ominous note, honestly, for a kid's game, just a little bit. So trying to think. So let's go and see if we can talk to some people. I gotta get back used to clicking the mouse in all these really specific spots. Always forget that. Let's go see if we can talk to anyone back here. Because that was one thing. I think at the end of day 2, we found her. No, no one here. Well, there's that book. So at the end of day 1, we got to see Maya's press badge that got found, and we were told Brady found it. Looks like we can't talk to him quite yet. Yes, Amy, I feel like the older you get, it seems to be more and more specific. So I know that's one of my complaints with Treasure in the Royal Tower. There's a lot I do like with that game, but it is pretty bad about where you have to click. And it's never lined up. Like if you go down a certain pathway, like going down a staircase, it's not lined up in a logical sequence of where your mouse is going to be when you take that step. And so you're always having to relocate your mouse to the right spot as you move along, unless maybe those few straight hallways, you can kind of get a break there. But otherwise, you have to keep moving the mouse to find the spot, and I feel like it breaks my immersion in the game a bit. Oh my word. Professor Hotchkiss, why are you trying to duel for that? Have we figured out how to do the duels? Ricky, this is not his first live stream. He has been I need to move that. I forgot. That's gonna drive me crazy. Okay. Quick pause. I am moving that alert box because I have a feeling that might not be the first and last time that goes off. And so, oh, well, you're gonna have to look at that because that's where the alert box is. We're gonna move it right over here. No, we're not gonna do that. All right. Yes, I had to do the Mystery of the Seven Keys wallpaper. I usually... Are you guys actually dueling? Oh my word. Y'all are a mess. Okay. So now that alert box should be in a better location. So I didn't even catch that. Did she do 34 cents? She had to have done direct from card because I think you have to do a minimum. Or was it $1.34? I already don't remember. Where is it in the chat? No, it was $3.34. Okay, I was gonna say I didn't think you could just do 34 cents. Thank you for the tip, Morgan. That was very kind of you. Morgan, you are my oyster. I'm not gonna make you hand over pearls though. You guys are ridiculous. You are what you project. What you project is who you are. You know, I'm not a complete expert on syllogisms. I did teach those at one point, but I don't think this is a valid syllogism. You are what you project. Therefore, what you project is who you are. You need a third part to that. That's not a valid syllogism. I'll make baldness irresistible. Minimum wage is okay with me. There is no limit to my worth. I'm driven to quench my thirst. I don't know if I've actually read this before. Cabin boy. Oh dear heavens. Captain Brady, Simone overboard. Come back here and swab this deck. You work for me. Oh, that's right. This opens up. Start by changing your outfit. I think Brady needs to change his outfit. The gray sweater's a little bit sad. Why not put on success from head to toe? The key to enhanced self-presentation is in the stars. Okay. I know there's a reason why this is definitely like relevant. I'm not remembering off the top of my head why it's relevant. I want to know the styling for Leo. Sadly, it only gives us that little bit, so it's not very long. I think it's just Gemini. Yeah, it tells us about Gemini, and then tells us nothing else. So if anyone's a Gemini, try alligator skin boots. Or dress like a pirate. Or to have a purple velvet hat. Lucky dice cufflinks. And a walking cane. That's really something. You're watching and doing homework, so only half your brain's focusing. That's fair. That is fair. Thank you for tuning in and multitasking. Turn around. Okay, so I know we've got to figure out how to get that open. Which I'm pretty sure I know how to open it, but we need to get it. Hello, Squid. Was not expecting to see you here. Morgan immediately giving Squid all the points. Wait, no, you guys can't both. Oh my word. Squid, you're gonna have to see how many points you have, because this is ridiculous. You're having FOMO watching you play. Well, if you stick around a little while, you might actually see us break the game here.
Calls priority. Try me later.
Okay, there's something or somebody we have to talk to first. It might be... I mean, when in doubt, call the cops, right? Like, that's the go-to. I think that might be what we need to do. Oh, hi, Abby. Thanks for popping in. What's the point system as Air Prize? Okay, Squid, so how this works,
It's locked.
I have points. So it's kind of like how on Twitch, when you're monetized, you can have your viewers accrue points and then they can redeem them for sound alerts and all that. So you're getting a demonstration right now, but I have a point system that's through Streamlabs. And
Can't check
so
that off yet.
just by being here and watching the stream, or by my moderators going crazy and being overly
Check.
helpful, you will accrue points. And you can redeem the points for sound alerts. Currently, I just have sound alerts. And as you can see, they play during the stream. And where am I even going? I don't need to go down this side. There's nothing here.
No glow stick for you.
So, if everyone could stop... Are you guys fighting? Oh my gosh, okay. So if my mods could stop fighting in the chat. Yeah, fair warning, there's some loud ones in here too. If someone can type !loyalty in the chat.
Watch out
Then,
there,
oh
Nancy.
no.
That
I'm not
projector's
trying to,
trembling like a
I'm trying to
prehistoric
talk to you, Joseph. I'm not trying to click the projector. You already did it. Yes, so !loyalty. Thank you, Shannon, for following instructions. You too, Ricky. So we're really just giving Squid the full demonstration, aren't we? So
Check.
So if you go there, it shows you the list of all the different sound alerts that you can do. And I think if you click on them, like it tells you how many points they cost and everything. And yes, I break the game and then the chat breaks me. Squid does have to experience the chaos. So yeah, so that's how this works. You get to spend your paw pennies on sound alerts to be really silly and chaotic or jump scare me during the stream. And so, hello, cat. I also have a cat that adds to the chaos.
I need
so-
those eggs, Nancy.
So anyway, yes, Abby, please be safe and don't text while driving unless you're stopped. Morgan, stop adding quotes that are like the... Morgan is going rogue with the quotes. You're living for this chaos. That's great. You are greatly appreciated, Squiddaroo.
I'm sorry
So
I had to see
anyway.
that wreath, Nancy. It's disgusting.
No glow stick for
This is
you.
one creepy kidnapper, that's for sure.
Let's hope the kidnapper
Yes,
just did this to
Morgan
scare you.
is performing for her audience and thoroughly enjoying it.
It's locked. It's just strange. I mean, why would the kidnapper go to the trouble to have that thing arranged and delivered here?
No one
Someone's
else will
been
let
ringing
me
off
be a
the hook
mod.
all morning.
Morgan
Can't
G,
check
I
that off
wonder
yet.
why
Press got
no
a
one will
hold of
let
this
you be
thing.
a mod.
They're all over it like ants on a picnic.
Where did those missing posters
Henrik!
come from?
Henrik!
I can't
Yes,
say for
Ricky is a
sure.
very good
I can
mod
make an educated
who
guess.
does not go rogue.
I have a
I like
feeling
this-
you and I are
this
betting on the
response.
same horse here.
Can you believe the way she diverted all of the attention away from Maya and used the poster to promote Brady as the big hero? This shouldn't be happening. It's all
You're going to have to
backwards.
go dig.
Morgan, I will admit you are very fun. I'm not saying we're not having a great time. I'm just saying it's a bit much.
The police told me Nicholas Falcone is known for using extreme tactics to further his political causes. Why are you letting him use the lobby as his headquarters?
Nicholas has been hanging around this theater since he was a little boy. I know how torn up he is about the theater. This will be over soon enough, and then he'll go home. I don't think he's dangerous, for gosh sakes.
Gotta go now.
Chin up!
Hello. Okay. Cat, you are not making this easier. Not at all. Okay, so let's try to see if we can go talk to somebody else now. So I don't know that we... Oh, come on. Let's go to the front, because we can go to where the phone is in the, whatever this room is called. There's a name for this room.
Rock and roll,
Box
dear.
office, right? Okay, so I don't know that we actually looked at this. I just have to say, the fact that the weight of all these different lines is not consistent, it grinds my gears. Like, it's not consistent. Like, look at this. This is a smaller weight than this, which seems like it might be a smaller weight than this, which is a smaller weight than this. And it's so unnecessarily annoying. Teeth are even and in good repair. This was when I first played this game, I saw this and I was like, wait, her shirt had blue butterflies on it? I really had no idea. Partly oily, partly dry. I don't know if that's helpful for knowing that she's missing and finding her, but whatever. It's possible she's been kidnapped. It's only possible. It's not like she went into a room and disappeared, and then someone called claiming to have kidnapped her and making a threat. It's not like any of that happened. That would be ridiculous. Oh, bye, Professor Hotchkiss. Give the doggos some hugs for me.
It's me again.
Hi, Nancy.
You were always welcome.
I've got George here too. Bess filled me in, Nancy. Any developments?
I'm just searching the theater, questioning suspects.
And
I asked Joseph where he would go after the theater is demolished, and he said he was moving to Arizona to start a movie theater with his brother.
a fresh start. Good for him.
Yeah, except that I found a letter that says his brother has been dead for years.
Why would he lie? What do you think he's hiding? Give the guy a break. Maybe he just wants to hide the fact that his life is going to be empty without that theater to look after.
So, Squid, yes. So how you redeem is if you look at the loyalty page, it does tell you, or it should tell you what the redemption code is for each of them. And all of them are !redeem and then a word or a couple words together. So like !redeem and then orca, locked, but it's always redeem first, and then the second thing is a specific command for that particular item. And so you can either type it in the chat or you can log in on the loyalty page, which I think people are linking in the chat for you. You can log into that just with your YouTube credentials and then just click the button. And then it just goes through directly and it doesn't show up in the chat. So you can do it either way, whatever is easier for you. So that is hopefully a decent explanation. Tori, I am working on it. I need to look and see if the sound is okay on that video or if I need a second one, because I don't remember if there's background music. Squid is rich. I'm not surprised since you all just gave her points.
When I spoke to the police about Maya's press pass, they said that Nicholas is known for using extreme tactics, and that he might even have been involved in a staged kidnapping last year in Nashville.
You don't think Maya could be mixed up with him somehow, do you? No way.
Yes,
Maya
Squid, you can type
expressed her politics were
points.
bragging
There you
about
go, in the chat.
No, the
And
pen is
you'll
mightier
be
than
able
the
to see how many
sword.
points you have.
She and Nicholas Falcone
I need
don't
those
even speak
eggs,
the same
Nancy.
language.
I think you're right, George. But Sergeant Ramsey
no.
said I wouldn't have any credit with the
It's
police
doing
if I
the
joined
thing.
forces with Nicholas.
Who said anything about joining forces? After all, he's still a prime suspect. But that
Okay.
doesn't mean he's not a valuable source of information when it comes
It's,
to the
yeah,
theater. She's
it's
right,
doing that
Nancy.
same thing where
As
it's
long as he
generating
continues to
the
shoot off
secondary
his mouth,
account.
you wanna be
Sometimes it
around.
glitches
No.
like that. Okay, I'm going to fix it. There's Squid's fake account that has the gazillion points. All right, here is Squid's account that has 100. We're gonna change that to whatever that was. I didn't see. So try Squid, type exclamation point points in the chat again. I just added points, but it's on my phone, so I can't see it super well. So theoretically, you should have plenty now.
Check. I think Simone Mueller would do just
Holy
about
cannoli.
anything for publicity.
Yep, welcome
what they
to
say,
my
there's no
streams
such thing as
where
bad
Morgan is a
publicity.
moderator.
Even for a kidnapping?
It's like Hollywood has taken over her brain.
She
I'm
gave
practically in
she
tears
gave
over
Hugh
Maya,
like
and
3
she's
million
trying to dream
points.
up a stage name for me.
This is gonna get to my head.
Stage name.
I think it's clearly
Not just
gotten to
any
Morgan's
stage
head.
name either. Would you believe Fancy Jackson?
Ooh, Nancy, that's kind of disco.
I bet she
Glad
could
to have
pull
you
it
back,
off.
Johanna, even if it's only
This
for a
is
little bit.
serious, you guys. Do you really think she would kidnap Maya just so Brady could pretend to save her?
In her line of work, Nancy,
Anything's possible.
You look a little upset.
There you go, Squid. You figured it out.
Brady said Simone wants him to appear wholesomely smoldering to his public. What in the world do you think that means?
Well, wholesome makes me think of apple pie.
and to smolder, according to my trusty dictionary, is to burn slowly from the inside, without flame.
So, he's a sweetie pie on the outside, but too hot to touch.
No. Oh, the way she says that, I
Throwing us under the
can't.
bus here, Nancy.
It seems like the two things don't go together. One is safe, the other is dangerous.
Interesting. Maybe that's Brady's whole dilemma. He doesn't know whether he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Which is exactly why he can't be trusted.
I feel like Bess and George are both a little bit questionable in this game. I don't know what it is, but
When I arrived at the theater this morning, someone had delivered a funeral wreath.
What?
Isn't that creepy?
You don't know who it was from?
It was from the kidnapper, I assume. The note said something like, "Wouldn't you rather stop
Morgan,
the demolition
don't go giving him
plan a
ideas.
funeral?"
Since when do kidnappers have the time to special order flower arrangements?
Apparently this kidnapper isn't afraid of the limelight.
Look at the bright side, Nancy. If you find out who sent that wreath, your case is as good as closed.
I met Nicholas Falcone, the leader of Hadit. His organization is camped out in front of the theater, demonstrating against the demolition.
What's the deal with had it?
Nicholas says he's sworn to
I would
slay
agree
the
with that,
dragon
Tori.
of corporate
I like those voice
generica.
actors for Bess and George too.
Men who slay dragons, say I.
Honestly, Bess, what are we going to do with you? Nancy, what in the world is generica?
I think it's a term for what this country would be like if suddenly it all looked the same.
Oh, you mean if it became generic? Like a bar of soap that's just called soap.
Right. Hadit believes that protecting historical buildings is key to preserving our national character.
That sounds noble.
Yeah, except he practically jumped for joy when I told him the kidnapper's motive is
So
to
if you
save the
have played
theater.
this game before, who would you say is
Sounds
your
like you better
favorite
keep an
character?
eye on him,
Obviously no
Nancy.
spoilers. No spoilers, no culprit spoilers. But who would you say is probably your favorite character, just the one you find most interesting in this game?
Nicholas told me that his grandmother did a lot of the artwork inside the theater, but that J.J. Thompson, the original owner, never paid her or even gave her credit for it.
That's terrible.
I can see why he's so dedicated to saving the theater then.
Yeah, I'd like to learn more about this J.J. Thompson.
Maybe you can help Nicholas get his grandmother the credit she deserved.
I told him I'd keep
We
my eye
promise,
out for
Squid, we
anything
will
that would
not
prove
spam her.
connection to this place.
I wonder if JJ left any of his personal effects behind.
If he did, I'm sure they're gone now. His kids must have cleared the place out when they remodeled in 1956, a few years after he died. That's when it became a movie theater.
You never know, Nancy. If there's one thing your detective work proves every time, it's that old buildings are the keepers of old.
Not bringing up the
Let's just
clippers
hope
in the
this building
projection
lives
room
long
again.
enough to tell.
Yes, nobody spam any of the big three. And don't scare off Squid. Let her be able to enjoy the stream.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Good luck.
Be careful.
That is fair. That is fair. That could be more fun. However, we don't want to make you almost break NDA or something. Oh, hello.
Nancy, what's the 411?
You didn't tell me kidnapping was part of Activism 101.
That's all hearsay, Nancy. They got no witnesses, no testimony, no nothing.
Let's just start chanting one of us.
So you have or have not used kidnapping to further your causes in the past?
I am not an eco-terrorist, and I would never orchestrate the temporary disappearance of anyone who wasn't in on the plan and down with the cause.
I don't know why, but that sentence just sounds so scripted to me. It's like, how many people have you had to tell this to before? Because the higher that number is, the more I question whether it's really true. Not this. It's so cringy, but I love it.
About being in on the law and down with the truth, Nicholas.
Oh,
All right,
yes.
Officer
I hadn't made that
Nancy,
connection
chill
before.
out, will ya?
Sergeant
I'm on
Ramsey does
your
sound like
side.
Patrick Warburton.
Tell me about your relationship with the police.
All I know is they like to dig through my garbage and follow my van. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you?
The way he says that. To you. I can't even do it, but I love it. It's so ridiculous.
Check.
He's probably my favorite character in this game just because he is completely ridiculous.
Joseph told me that the St. Louis Historical Society is in the process of trying to declare this building an
Duncan
historical
or
landmark.
Starbies?
They've been in
Ooh,
that process for years. It's all just a big wad
That-
of red tape.
that is
a
an
bunch of
interesting
bureaucratic
question.
hocus pocus. Had it's about action.
I like
not
both for
paperwork.
different things. I really like the iced lattes at Dunkin', but if I'm getting something where I don't want like cow's milk, I want oat milk or something in it, I feel like the Starbucks ones are usually better. And I love a good caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino. Those are good. And I like some of the little sandwiches they have at Starbucks. So, I don't know.
asking
I would say it depends
everyone,
on what mood
where
I'm
were
in.
you when the kidnapping happened?
I was outside, harnessing public outrage.
I'm not a huge fan of
Ask anyone.
Dunkin's Donuts. I like the donut holes decently well. But
Catch you later.
Fight the power.
yes, this is true, honestly. Not to toot my own horn, but I definitely make better coffee than either of those places. Yes, the Munchkins. I did not get around to taking advantage of Hugh's sale recently, but I definitely have my eye on that Sleuth sweatshirt, because if you couldn't tell, I like sweatshirts. But the one that says Sleuth across the front with like the lines through it, I love that one. I think it's really funky. Your mom made you a cappuccino right now, so you're living your best life. That is delightful. Do you guys have like an espresso or an actual espresso machine or mocha pot? How'd you do it? Where is Brady? Can we go talk to what's her face? Maybe we have to go through the tunnel to talk to her. I feel like a lot of this game is just going in circles trying to trigger talking to people. Or sometimes you can just immediately start talking to them again. Like it finishes all the dialogue, you step back, and then you try to talk to him again, and you can talk to him for 5 more minutes. And I really don't understand that. Ooh, you're a former barista, Abby? I have not worked as a barista, but my husband and I both make espresso at home, or have, and so we've had some really good coffee before.
Have you seen the posters? Aren't they fabulous?
That picture of Maya is the one from her press pass, isn't it?
Yes. Thankfully, she's photogenic.
Yeah, I really shouldn't have told Morgan that she could add quotes.
That poster is just an advertisement for Brady.
Maya's on the poster. It says she's missing. So what's your issue? Brady's out plastering those posters all over St.
Where's
Louis
the fire
and
in
every
Mansion?
podunk town
I mean,
for
like, when in
50
the game does
miles.
that happen?
He's due back at any time, though, for the press conference.
Yes, in fairness, I did not tell Morgan how to actually do it. I just revealed that it could be done, and then she Googled it to figure it out. Not Squid is our leader. Oh, good heavens.
Press conference?
I've invited the press here today to report on Brady's
Hi, Mama.
commitment
Glad to see you're
solving this
here.
case. You know, a few questions, a
I'm
few
currently
follow-ups,
wanting
no big
cookies
deal.
now.
That
So,
funeral wreath was awful, wasn't it?
What do you know about that wreath?
I had it moved out front for the press conference. We want the press to know just how heartless this
ooh,
kidnapper
I did not
is,
have
don't
the
we?
brownie battered
And it's
donut,
all the
but
more
they had a
fabulous
latte
when
that was
Brady
really
saves
good.
the day.
Yes, my mom has heard of Squid in name before, but
I think your phone's about
this
to
will be a
ring.
new
Love ya.
introduction. So, Mom, one of the big three from hers marketing team is currently in the chat, and that would be Squid, Squidaroo. She is delightful, and we're probably making her crave donuts and maybe regret being here because they're trying to get her to reveal information. Okay, is Brady going to show up now? Because we've not been able to question him about the press pass. That's it.
How are
Okay.
you holding up?
There's so many specific triggers for things. Yes, the donuts, I mean, donuts are amazing.
Thanks for finding Maya's press pass. Where was it?
I found it in the basement.
Hello, Morgan's boyfriend.
I mean, the balcony. It was the balcony.
Right, I'm sure it was the balcony and not the basement.
Great job on the posters, too. You market yourself like a real pro.
Please, Nancy. It's not me.
I guess I should have my eyes checked. I could have sworn that poster was all about you.
It's Simone. She's
Lori,
relentless.
I can't believe you're not
I'm
just
a
asking
hostage on her
Morgan to
runaway
give you a
bus.
bunch of points.
Sounds like you've bitten off more than you can chew.
It's more complicated than you think. Listen, I've got to get ready for this press conference. I'll talk to you later.
Rikaroo, I think you already have some points still from last time, because I don't know how much you actually redeemed. Pretty please, Morgan, help me get rich quick. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. So they're talking about the press conference. I know
I got
there's...
the number. I left it in the ticket booth. This
There
woman
we
isn't,
go. So this
Houdini
triggers
herself. She's the widow
press
of one of Houdini's
conference.
cousins.
Maybe she knows what's happened to Houdini's half of the theater. I'll call.
No other name but Mama Beat. Yes, she has just become Mama Beat. Okay, so
Thank you.
we're not gonna listen to this right now. We'll deal with that later.
Sorry that the
Also,
circumstances
why is
are
Florida
unusual.
not
I'm not
capitalized,
festive.
but her name is capitalized?
If we were
That
all
bothers me.
gathered here today to revel in the blockbuster success.
Wait, you want more pop pennies? Okay, so we're gonna take this time to try to go snoop. Ugh. There we go. No, turn around. Turn around. Okay, there we go. We've already looked over here earlier. So this tells us about what they do. I don't know that it really gives us anything very useful. So it gives a number here, and I'm pretty positive you cannot call that. I wonder if that's an actual website. I can't remember if I've checked that before or not. Let's see. Hadit.org. Nope. Does not go anywhere. Site cannot be reached, sadly. Now I'm just disappointed when you can't do anything with stuff like that. There's a lot of phone numbers in this game that nothing happens when you try to call them. I thoroughly enjoyed when Morgan was playing. I need to slow down with the turns. Sorry, I'm moving too fast. I don't want to give anyone motion sickness. So when Morgan was playing the original Secrets Can Kill, I know there's the Manatees, like Save the Manatees organization, and it's actually real. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I remember like they have an actual website and there was a phone number. I don't know that anyone tried to call it during the day to talk to someone, but when you call after hours, you get their answering machine and they're a real thing. Okay, let's try to snoop in Simone's stuff. So I think this is where there's the bobby pin. Yes. Okay. Again with the toenail clippers. This game probably sets the record for the most pairs of toenail clippers in a Nancy Drew game. There's at least 2 pairs. That is 2 pairs too many to be visible in this. Right, bye Johanna. Thanks for coming. Talk to you later. Okay. There's keys down there. We don't get to see what those go to. Like this.
You look a little upset.
There's multiple business cards in here. Nobody answers. I think we've tried calling all of them. No one answers. But who is that? That name sounds familiar. But like this. So we see there's a receipt to show. Dun, 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 spoiler alert. But Simone bought the funeral wreath that's outside. So we know that. But you can't call them to ask about it. I don't get that. I thought for sure we would be able to call and ask them about that. The real question. Yeah, nothing tacky. We do have to head out and get real work done. That's a bummer. Bye, Squid. Have a good night. Thanks for coming. So, I know it's 813, right? Because it's the number from this. Yeah. I don't like this puzzle. So I don't know that I want to try to do this puzzle, because I just don't like it. I remember there's a magic trick to it, where it's like... How did I just happen to get that? I don't know what in the world I was just doing. Oh my word. Yes, this is completely optional. You do not have to do this to beat the game.
Rock and roll, dear.
I was just gonna try to do it to be completionary, but... Yeah, Okay, that's the calendar. There's so many of these messages, and it's just really... We don't need to worry about any of this. Yeah, so there's not really... Oh, well, okay. Yeah, there's not really anything helpful in there anyway, and it's completely optional. Now this is interesting. There's some quality pictures in here. No, Mom, not that kind of PDA. No, there is no of the other kind of PDA in this. Only the ancient technology kind. The chicken suit is just really iconic. Yeah, Abby, I can't believe that I actually just happened to get that. I also want to know when he was supposed to have found that, because that is clearly out in the middle of the open, and we've definitely been down there. So, not sure when that was supposed to have appeared. Okay, so I think that's all the pictures. I'm sorry, Mom, I'm going too fast. I'm speed. Well, I'm intentionally kind of speeding through this because it doesn't really matter too much. But now, oh, gotta close the backpack. I'm also trying to watch the time because I want to try to finish the game tonight. And so we're gonna see how that goes. I definitely feel like, is that a Hamilton lyric, Tori? That's got to be a lyric to something. I can understand Mario Kart making you dizzy though, because there's a lot of swerving all over the place in that game, especially when I was playing it. I'm trying to remember. It's not from Hamilton, okay. Wonder if anyone's going to do a blind playthrough of this game. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I know of someone that I know for sure has not played it. Oh, Simon and Garfunkel. Nice. What was I going to ask? I was going to ask a question. 12/11/92. Okay, so we've got to do this. I think we go ahead and do this now because Joseph is also at the press conference. I should be making pictures of this because... Oh, blind through the new game. I missed the word new on that. I see it now. Yeah, I will probably do one. I will try to be probably extra chaotic and do one live, but I'm sure a few people will do that. I'm not sure how many though. I wouldn't be surprised if Hugh did one. I would wonder if anyone's going to try to do like a collaboration. So like more than one creator play it together at the same time. Arglefumps did a live one of Mid. Yeah, I think I did not watch that because I wanted to play it myself live at the time. Okay. I would guess he probably will do one for Game 34. I don't know though.
Get smart, Nancy Drew. You're wasting precious time. Stop the demolition or you'll never see her again.
Yes, Mom, they're talking about for the new game. He said he'd do a blind playthrough and post it afterwards. Yeah, it's hard because I know there's a mixture of, like, there's a lot of people that want to see someone play it before they play it because they're just not sure what to think of what it's going to be like. And then there's also people who want to play it themselves without seeing any spoilers. And so I feel like that kind of, it goes both ways. But it's like no one wants to be the person that waits a long time to play it and then always having to watch out for spoilers and not being in the loop. So it's kind of a tricky thing to figure out. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky thing. Yeah. Yeah, this is fair. I definitely, even if I wasn't thinking of making my own content, I would definitely want to watch it or play it myself before watching it. But I do know there's also people who want to see a playthrough before they even consider it, so I don't know. Okay, so we're going to follow the instructions in that book for getting this going. Okay. Be sure the power is on. So that would be not this. That would be what we have to do. Yes. Okay, I think we have to do that first. Enter 6-digit security code. So it's 121192. Oh, numpad doesn't work. Okay, 121192. There we go. Now we can flip the switch. Wait, are we? Oh no, are we supposed to? Okay. Okay, just follow them in order. So we did that. Now, you would rather people record their blind playthroughs and post as VODs. If they really want to do a live, please give me 24 to 48 hours head start. Yeah, I think that sounds reasonable. Probably people will like post something in their stories to get kind of an idea what people want. Okay, press the left and right fader power buttons to bring power to the... Oh, I think that's this. No. No. Oh, press the buttons. That would be buttons. Then move the left and right fader switches to their lowest position. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. They reach the stage floor, press the magnet button to attach the tunnel. And then Morgan, you just do whatever your little heart desires. I'm just figuring out how to do this. Okay, move them up slightly.
I need those
slightly.
eggs, Nancy.
Okay, and then on cue from the performers, press the trap door button to open the trap door. You must depress the lock switch after all stage manipulations have been completed in the proper order. This will lock all elements in place. I think that's the lock button. Yes, so that kept everything in place. Carter's remix is great. It's delightful. So now we can go investigate on stage. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and we're going to save our game here. I'm going to save it down here. We're going to call this Happy Chaos 2. I know it's out of order, but I think I want to have this save file. Where is Carter? I don't know. I don't know if he had work today. He's been doing night shift, so he would be starting basically... No, he should have had a little bit of time before work. But he's probably getting ready for work, so that would make sense. I don't know. I have not heard from him yet today. Yes, all the chaos. I spent so much time when I was first playing this game trying to figure out how you were supposed to get up into the cages, because I didn't realize it was a mirror. I think you can...
It's done with mirrors.
Yeah. He said he wouldn't be around for any streams over the weekend.
Go dig.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet for a few days. Well, thankfully, Mom, there are no banshees in this game. Maybe he's being responsible in building those shelves. Maybe so. That would be very interesting. I don't know what I'm going to say if we don't need to do that. But, are you guys ready? I don't know if anyone here has not played this besides my mom, but... You don't even... See, Mom, you're talking about the Banshee, but you're the one who specifically requested the Banshee sound alert. So, I'm just saying.
Maya!
We have Maya visible. I will get used to it if you keep doing it. I have thought about changing the GIF to be Carter as the Banshee. You somehow just noticed your name going across the screen. Oh yeah, because you tipped. Banshee inoculated. Okay, so we saw her legs here, but we do not see them now. But how do we get down to her?
Forever.
I don't know. And how do we get out? It's locked. Oh, but there's a trapdoor in the floor. Yeah, since Professor Hotchkiss made that GIF, I'm very tempted. I will need to ask her. Yes, hello, ma'am. Are you wanting to join us again? Come here. No? Okay. Suki is investigating.
These pieces won't budge.
So, what? Come here. You can't just sit in the floor and cry. Okay, so I will say we are approaching. Will I come over and teach you how to do all the bells and whistles? Like how to do the sound alert redemptions? No, sadly, Suki does not respond to the commands from Shadow at the Water's Edge. That is on my list, though. I want to make a GIF of her and do the sound alert. That's Miwako saying Suki Tate. I think that would be quite amusing. Okay, so fair warning. This is one of the few jump scares that actually kind of startles me in the game. It's not scary. It's just beyond startling. So if you don't remember this or have not played the game, i.e. Mama Beat, yes, brace yourselves. Oh my gosh.
Help! Is anybody out there?
Who's there?
It's Nancy.
Nancy? For goodness sakes. What are you doing down there?
It's not this jump scare.
Hold on, I'm greasing the wheels here.
I found a secret room under the stage. I've got to check it out.
The magician's room. I swear, Nancy, as long as I've worked here, I've never been able to find my way in there.
I found the door, but the pieces that open the door are stuck.
Here, try this. Hurry.
Joseph, why did you have to do that? Oh my word. If one of y'all had done the explosion or something right as that was happening, I would have absolutely flipped out. If you had done it while it was happening. Okay, so we have WD-40 now.
This should loosen things up.
I didn't time it right. Were you trying to do the orca right as it happened? That would have been great. Okay. Let's see. How quickly can I figure this out? Oh, wrong way. Okay. Got it. Something about coming into this room and there's immediately just a guillotine and carnival music is a functional guillotine, by the way, is it's interesting. That's what I'll say. Oh, hello, Guillotine. Nice to see you. Yeah, it is hard to try to time that right, especially when there is a delay. Okay, so I think this tells us, yes, this tells us about how to do something that we don't have the thing to do it yet, because we will need to, we're doing that to break the game. It also apparently tells you how to, also tells you how to reveal a hidden message, which we need to do once we get a pencil. And I played this game more than one time. I had to watch somebody else's playthrough to figure that out. And I was always just like, how are you supposed to figure out what key? How are you supposed to see that imprint? Is it just I'm that blind? I just have no idea. Over here laughing at yourself and your dog doesn't know what to do. Yeah, some of my sounds have headphone user warnings for... Thanks for that, Nancy.
Rock and roll, dear.
I don't think we can take anything else in here. We just conveniently take the one thing we're gonna need in just a minute. So there's
She was
some
just here.
pizza remnants.
Her shoe.
Your delay between what happens in the chat and you responding is so much faster. Wait, it's faster than what? What are we comparing? Well, I would hope it would be less than a minute. I have it set to like as low of latency as I possibly can. I can't focus on anything right now. Welcome to my life.
The gate is electrified.
Alright, so what we're gonna not do is touch it with our bare hands.
Can't check that off yet.
You've seen ones where it takes like 3 minutes? Oh gosh. Yeah, that would be bad. I tried to make it as absolutely slow as I possibly can. I think it's still worse than Twitch. So I wish that YouTube would make some notes on that and get better. Especially since they clearly want to compete with Twitch. Okay. Fair warning, this is gonna beep 400 million times because it beeps every time you press a button and it's wrong. But it's randomized. Oh, you haven't made the cookies yet. Well, Mama, you could play it in the background while you're making cookies. Do a little lurky lurk. I'm still just very jealous of the cookies, so... Oh, come on. What? Wait. Here we go. You're making dip while you watch? Ooh. What kind of dip are you making? Keypad that doesn't forget the 9. Yeah, some of the keypads and stuff are a bit interesting and leave out stuff. Oh gosh, I'm trying to keep... not skinny dip. Oh, hi, Dad. Are you filling in while she's baking cookies? Also, hello, Professor Hotchkiss. I see that you're back. So what's about to happen is one of my favorite moments in this game because I feel like it's just hysterical. Like, I don't know, just the way he talks and responds, I think is so funny. So, are you guys ready for this? I don't know that you are.
Oh, Nancy. Hey.
I think the kidnapper just moved Maya to a new hiding place.
Oh,
Have you
gosh.
seen anything suspicious around here?
Wow, are you sure? I didn't see anything.
I found evidence that will prove that Maya's being held in this building.
Wow. Evidence. Where?
I'll talk to you later. I've got to get a hold of Sergeant Ramsey.
Ooh. That is very simple, but that sounds pretty good, Abby. I have not made one that particular way before. It's just something about him being like, Nancy, hey, like, why does he talk like that? It's so out of character. It's very interesting. So, how you redeem points is you type !redeem and then like orca or locked, something that, or boom, one of the things that somebody has done, perhaps, but it's in the loyalty store, which there's a link to in the chat. You just type that in the chat and it redeems. You have to have wavy lays with it. It's so good. Ooh, yeah. I can see that being really good. Amy, that might be a good enough warning for the chat, but it's not enough warning for me, because that was like immediate.
I know you sent the funeral wreath. Now where's Maya?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sugar.
Dad, you still have not played this one. This is the same one from last week that we talked about that you have not played.
Okay? I'll give you her number.
You know, that's great, but I've already seen her number, and I know if you call it, you can't get to her, so that's not very helpful.
Rock and roll,
Come on,
dear.
Simone. Ginger's 24-hour flower-rama? I believe
Yeah, that's a
you've
good
been
suggestion,
caught red-handed.
Professor
You broke into my
Hotchkiss.
personal property.
Just look
I
at what
can have
other
you
people
arrested for
type into
that.
Redeem and try one of
No glow
those.
stick for you.
How are you going to prove that? You wouldn't be able to prove that.
It's just business, Simone. You do what agents do, I do what detectives do. I'm sure you can appreciate that.
All right. I sent the stupid wreath, but I'm no kidnapper. I needed something for the cameras, didn't I?
Needed,
and it was
right.
a very tasteful arrangement. Should have been for $300. Perhaps I went a little overboard.
A little overboard? You're dreaming if you
Nancy
think
is
that's
so
enough to
sassy
get you
in this
off my
game.
suspect list.
Henrik! Henrik!
There's some of those sounds that I think that they're in the game. And that was one of them.
ATAC forever!
Okay, so let me see here. So he
How
is
are you holding
here.
up?
Talk
Okay,
to you later,
we can't.
Brady.
Don't be a stranger.
We can be annoyed with him. We can't talk to him. Okay, so we escaped from there. Now, okay, now I think we're ready to go trigger day 2, which I am going to save. I'm going to save right before we go in there, because we will not be able to escape otherwise. Because I'm going to show you breaking the game, but we have to be able to escape and actually finish the game. Okay. So, we have saved. I'm triggered. You like the humpback whale? Yeah, it's pretty amusing. Okay, so we've saved our game. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna talk
Hi,
to
Nancy.
Joseph.
What happened?
The kidnapper's been holding Maya in that magician's room under the stage.
You found her? Oh, that's great. Where is
Jack-
she now?
Check, we located Maya.
By the time I got through that door, the room was empty.
Are you sure you
I don't know
didn't
why
just
Nancy
imagine
just
you saw it?
decided this one suspect should be able to hear everything, but apparently she... Can you stop? Stop rubbing your face on the iPad. Are you hopping off for dinner, Ricky? If so, have a good evening. Thanks for coming.
I'm sure she was there and now she's gone. Don't tell me you think I'm crazy too.
I need those eggs, Nancy.
Joseph is not our boss. I really don't know why we just picked him to talk to and we don't tell anyone else any of this.
Something tells me she
No
had
glow
some
stick
assistance.
for you.
The kidnapper must have moved her.
Right, and they must have been in a hurry because they left a mess behind, including one of Maya's shoes.
Evidence. That should interest the
Yes,
police.
I love The Emperor's New
called them?
Groove. That's a great movie. I don't know what
I
exactly
haven't
you've
called
missed
yet.
apart
You've
from...
got to call them, Nancy.
Yeah, bye,
They might
Ricky.
really
Have
be
a good
able to help.
evening. Okay, so I think he just said to call the police. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game again. So he said call the police. You don't have to call the police. Fun fact. You don't have to call the police because it does nothing. You can just say that you're gonna call the police.
Did you call? What did they say?
Did we call the police? I don't think we did. Let's say we
They
did,
said
just
they
because why
couldn't
not?
check it out, but they may not be able to get here for a while.
I'll wait up for the police. You get some rest, Nancy. You're gonna need it for tomorrow.
Thanks, Joseph. I am exhausted.
Yeah, we can just straight up lie. But here's the thing. So he said that. He said go back to the hotel. You might notice something here. We can't leave. We cannot leave this room. We can close the door. We can turn around.
Hi,
We can...
Nancy.
What? We can...
I got another threat from the kidnapper.
Why can't we tell him
Creepy
something
voice
else
came on
now?
the PA and told me to stop
Henrik!
searching for Maya.
Henrik!
The projection room? But who? Someone must have ducked out of the press conference. I was so busy with crowd control, I didn't even notice.
Gotta go now.
Bye.
Gotta go. Gotta go stare at this door that I can't leave out of. Oh no. I can't leave. Can't leave. But as you see, it fades like it's going to fade into day 3 when you close the door, but then it just does nothing. And you can't leave. You can't leave. You might be able to fix it through the cheat menu. I think I didn't do it right when I tried to fix that myself. So yeah, you can't leave, and that's the only way to trigger day 3. So you officially can't progress in the game because there is one item we do not have in our inventory that you have to beat the game. And so you can't go into day 3 without it because you have to have it to beat the game. So I am curious. Let's see if I can remember how to... Okay, so we have this. We're gonna get risky here. I have not tested this. I have not tested this to see if I can do this in order to unbreak the game. So we need this item in our inventory. So if we go apply, oh, I am not cheating. I am testing to see if this works because I have not tested to see if it unbreaks the game. Okay. We now have the item in our inventory and we can now leave. So we could do that now. We have unbroken the game. So I'm gonna go load our save. So now this is before we had that final conversation with him, and we can leave. So you know what we're gonna do? We are gonna go and actually do the thing that we have not done so the game will no longer be broken. We're not going to cheat. I was just testing if that would work to allow it. So I think I tried to do that in my own playthrough, but hello, what are you doing? But I accidentally did not load the game settings. This is not where I need to be. And so it didn't work. Oh, I was just thinking we have not had this second chance scene. So there we go, we triggered that. Wait, what is your one more thing, Professor Hotchkiss? Please unbreak your heart. Why is your heart broken? Is it over the what in the Hagrid of Harry Potter? Why am I going over here? Y'all are distracting. We need to go to this contraption. That startles me. Ah, it's so cursed.
Step right up.
I'm not cheating. I didn't cheat. I just proved things. You're making another song lyric joke. Okay.
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card.
Y'all are ridiculous. Yeah, I know. Tori, I'm working on it. I will get it this week. I think this game is random, but...
Try again. The
So.
hand is quicker than the eye. Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the
Ma'am.
card.
Please stop.
Oh,
Not again.
Close, but no cigar. The hand is quicker than the eye.
Yeah, so that's the thing, Amy. We will do it again just to show. Oh, can I get it to do the thing where it... Yes, where it lights up when you get close to it, and then it's not lit up, and then suddenly it's lit up. Spooks me so much. That only
Find
works
the ace of
when you've
spades.
played the
Keep
game
your
once.
eye on the card.
Oh, come on.
So close.
Just give
but
me the
no
stupid card.
cigar. The hand is quicker than the eye.
Switching off middle and right.
Find the ace of spades. Keep your eye on the card.
There we go.
Congratulations! You've beat the magician.
Yeah, and as you can see, you cannot go
Your audience
back
will
and
be
just not pick it up. So here's the flash paper, and we need this to beat the culprit. And so apparently,
Your audience
okay,
will be dazzled.
so we can't progress to day 3 without the flash paper. I thought what would happen when I played this. I know I got a lot of sass
locked.
for the fact that I was trying to break the game and then it broke and then I was surprised it broke. But no, the whole thing is that what I wanted to see if it would happen is if it would let you get into the final culprit confrontation without having that. Or if it would just not trigger those final whatevers on day 3. But I was not expecting it to just not let you get to day 3 even. Was not expecting that. So that was the part that surprised me, was like when the game broke. Okay, so let's see. I can't remember.
Did you call? What did they say?
So chat, have we called the police? No, we have not. We have not called anyone. But we are going to lie again.
They said they'll come check it
Because
out, but they
you
may
can
not be able
lie
to get
and
here
progress
for
to
a
day
while.
3.
I'll wait up for the police. You get some rest, Nancy. You're gonna need it for tomorrow.
Thanks, Joseph. I am exhausted.
Yeah, you can not play Amazing Monty on day 3. Well, yeah, I don't know if you can play it after you've already beaten it, because I've not tried to do that. But you can't play it and beat it to get the flash paper on day 3. You have to have it to go through from day 2 to day 3. Hi, Casey. Thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, so now we have officially triggered day 3. right. Nancy, please see me right away from Joe. JH, Joe Hardy. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna worry about that phone call. I just really don't want to deal with it, to be honest. And you don't have to do it to beat the game. You don't have to. So, and now,
What's the story?
yeah, we can't talk to
So what are you
him
waiting for?
because,
The wrecking crew to bust in and dial the number for you?
well, it's not remotely necessary though. You can beat the game without doing it. Oh no, back up. I think Joe should be in every game. Honestly, I would not complain if the Hardy Boys were in all the games. Okay, so he is in
What are
here.
you doing hanging out with that Falcone jerk?
Who are you, my overprotective big brother?
That guy's bad news, and he's certainly not gonna help your credibility with the police.
Don't worry, I don't trust him any more than I trust you, or anyone else around here for that matter.
Just trying to help.
I'm sure you were just trying to
Talk
help
to you
Brady.
later,
Seems
Brady.
very on
Bye.
brand for you. Okay, we are going to need to trigger him leaving so that we can get into the bag. Unless we want to just totally cheat on the key puzzle. Shady Brady. When Kalina made that comment that she thinks her wants to move in the direction of more Hardy Boys, I was like, sorry, Bess and George, but I'm totally here for it. Yeah, I really want us to have more Bess and George again, because we haven't had them in a long time. But also, I love the Hardy Boys, so...
How's progress? Have you heard about this ransom demand?
50 grand, what a joke. Isn't it just like a rank amateur to jump on the bandwagon? Anyone with a pinch of class would have demanded at least $1 million.
Brady seems uncomfortable with some of your,
Yeah, honestly, I wish
Oh,
we
he's
had
just
all of
whining
Nancy's
because
friends
I made him chop
pretty
off
much in
his
most of them.
ponytail. I don't know what's gotten
Especially if
into
they
him
do
with this
less games,
free
I feel like
will
that would
thing.
be
I
easier.
told him, you can't
It
even
did make
dress
sense.
yourself, kid, but if you want your blockbuster career to crash and burn, go ahead, manage yourself.
It did make more sense when there were a lot more games that it's like, oh, sometimes they're on a case or somebody's unavailable. That makes sense. But if there's less games, just put all of them in all the games.
I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Let's just test this. Load and save. I don't even know what that save was. We're gonna call this Happy Chaos 3 because it's day 3. Seems appropriate. Excuse you. Not sure what that was all
How's
about.
progress? I think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
I was wondering if we would be able to talk to her again. Yeah, I think that's very fair, Shannon. I would be on board with that. Ned should forever remain faceless. I'm gonna stick with my theory about Ned going into witness protection and Ned actually being Charlie. I'm going with that theory. I like it.
Can you believe this ransom demand coming out of thin air?
Do you think it's real?
Apparently, the call came from north of here, a town called Granite City. Personally, I think it's a hoax, but now the police are convinced that Maya's not in this building.
I really don't remember. Do we know, like, the phone call from Granite City? I don't think it's... I don't want to say too much, but I don't think it's from the culprit. And I don't know if we're supposed to know, like, if it's one of the actual suspects who did it, or if it's just a random person because they're trying to get publicity for themselves because they saw it in the newspaper.
But what about the evidence I found?
Are you sure the pizza boxes were in that magician's room? Because the police couldn't find anything.
Yeah, Shannon, I really wish they would have shown his character in person in Ash because I feel like that would have been the perfect game to do it for the first time. But, you know, what's done is done. I don't know if they had issues with time or budget or something when they did that game, but I feel like the graphics are a bit worse in that game than a few of the ones before it, and then they get back better again. And I don't know why that is. I feel like things are a little more blurry in that game, especially with the character models. And I don't entirely know why that is. So I always forget where in the game chronology it is because it feels like it's earlier than it is because of the character models. But so maybe that's part of why they didn't do that with Ned because they were already like struggling for resources or something. I don't know.
What do you mean they couldn't find anything?
They searched the whole
Yeah, this
building.
game takes place in St. Louis. I assume the culprit was too busy hiding the magic room evidence to do the Granite City thing. Yeah, that seems very reasonable. It does not seem like it was the culprit who did the ransom call.
Somebody must have moved the evidence. That's
Also, if the
only
kidnapper's
explanation.
demands are to be
Follow your gut,
believed,
Nancy.
it doesn't check out either.
Still here, you keep looking for her. You hear?
Because the culprit says when they calls the kidnapper in the beginning, they say that their motivation is like the theater not being torn down. And so why would they presented it as if you tear down the theater, it's going to take out Maya because she's in the theater. So then why would they call from another city and make the police think that she's not in the building anymore? Because then they wouldn't care about stopping the demolition. So it doesn't check out with the character motivation for the culprit either. We don't
It's
care.
only a matter of hours until the demolition.
First peanut
How are
butter
you
cookies just
holding
came
up,
out of the
Joseph?
oven.
Oh, fine.
I'm so
Everything's
jealous.
Great. Fine. I was up
Ma'am.
till the wee hours polishing up the lobby.
No.
Heck, I'm even
Stop
fixing
it.
to repair the old key maker so you can give it a whirl. Guess old habits die hard, eh?
Threatening my cat right now. She's tearing things up.
Gotta go now.
Atta girl.
Okay, so I think we need to be able to get the liar scene in Princess Bride. Yeah, there's a lot of red herrings, for sure. So, we've already looked at this, but we need to be able to see
There
this
was a
better.
key here.
So we need to make a rubbing, which I didn't know you could do that. Actually, I don't know if I have yet to actually do that in the game. I've only seen someone do it on a playthrough. And then I realized, that's how you're supposed to solve that puzzle. That makes sense. So this is not working yet. But let's go try to see if we can snoop in Brady's room.
Did you call? What's
We
the story?
can't, yeah.
Not yet.
Come on, sister, get the lead out.
Yeah, we can't talk to him now because we aren't calling the lady. My cat is now inside of a box. Oh, bye, Casey. The one thing, too, I don't know if I... Oh, we don't have the bag here. I don't remember if I mentioned this before, but you cannot solve the... You can't beat the game without talking to Simone. I did try that. But you can, however, progress into day 2, at least, without talking to Simone, apart from that first conversation where she's just like, why did you walk through my dressing room? And it's more of a cutscene.
Any news?
Talk to you later, Brady.
Cool beans.
So, okay, maybe we need to talk to Simone. You know, the lovely, trying to figure out how to trigger things. Oh, I think we might have to go into the... We might have to go into the magician's room to see if the evidence is gone. That's probably what it is.
How's progress?
I
Yep.
think your phone's about to ring.
Ciao.
Nancy just sounds done with everyone in this game. It's kind of a mood, honestly. Going to get another cookie. I wish I had some cookies right now. It would be delightful. Oh, come on. We have to go... Wait, okay, so to go... But I think he is in the control room up here. And so we can't do that without, or with him being here. Oh, well, he's just magically not here now. Okay, so I guess we can do this.
I don't have time to goof with this right now. I don't want anyone to know I'm up here.
What? So we can't go down there, or we can't do this. What? I thought we had to do that again. Hmm. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Trying to figure out some of these triggers is a bit tricky in this game. So we already looked at that. He's not in here, but it won't let us do this.
I don't want anyone to know I'm up here.
I find the sound equipment. You talk about the sound equipment that's under the table or whatever in there? Because you can't find that until close to the end game. Because it's a spoiler. Like it tells you who the... Oh, maybe... Okay, so this is operational now. So that has been fixed. Okay, now let's try to go see about the bag. Yeah, it's on day 3, and it's closer towards the end because it gives away the culprit. Aha, so now the bag is here. Excellent, this is what I was looking for. Sometimes the answer is just wander around aimlessly. Okay, so now we've got the pencil. And now we know that Brady is using tanning spray and hair growth treatments. Yeah, it's somewhere around in that
Maya's
point, Tori.
notebook.
Oh yes, I remember there's that phone number that I think is Maya's number. I think I've tried to call that number too, and it's not given anything. And this is not really, doesn't really tell us anything. But it's very suspicious. Very suspicious.
Hey, you.
Ah.
The jig is up, Brady. Start talking.
Huh? I'm afraid you've lost me.
You've been lying to me, playing Mr. Helpful and Concerned all this time. I found her notebook in your bag.
I haven't done anything wrong.
You have some nerve. I bet that notebook has your fingerprints all over it.
Okay, Nancy, here's the deal. My real name is Brady Thompson. Simone pushed for Armstrong, more wholesomely smoldering, she said.
Wholesome, my foot.
I'm Wave of the Future, Inc., the owner of this theater, great nephew of JJ himself.
Gasp.
So why don't you stop the demolition?
The place is shabby. It needs major repairs. It's a money pit and a has-been. Not the image I want to project.
You can't be serious.
Never underestimate the power of
Pretty
image,
leg
Nancy.
weak.
You are
Not
what you
this, Tori.
project.
So what's your point?
When people think of Brady Armstrong, they think sparkling white teeth and healthy glow. Success glows. It doesn't crumble and sag. The hero never rides a has-been horse.
But what are you going to do with the site?
When I saw these ritzy theme restaurants
Nancy and
popping
Finn
up
and
all
Nancy
over
and
the
Rand are
country, it
different
hit me
people.
like pow.
It's
My
not
first
wrong.
original idea. Brady Armstrong's Planet Tinseltown. Can't you see on
Granted.
the marquee? Grand opening. The lights will say it all.
I will say, in defense of Rand, I know, but in Rand, it's obvious that the kidnapper, they have no reason to hurt Bess. They are just using her to motivate Nancy, and so they need her to be okay. And so Nancy's probably not as worried because she just has to solve the mystery, and then she'll find her. But in this one, you're literally trying to stop a building from being demolished on top of her. And so there is a bit more urgency just inherent in this game than in Ransom because you're literally trying to stop
What does this have to do
the
with
building
Maya?
from crashing on
I've
top of her.
sworn to be the captain of my own destiny. Maya was going to expose me, muck up my name in this controversy. It would have been a dark cloud over the launch of Tinseltown.
I don't care about your name. Where's Maya?
I didn't kidnap her. I found her notepad in the basement with the press pass. I just thought I'd hang on to
The
it for a few
culprit left
days
so much
until the
evidence
dust
down there,
settles.
and we didn't find any of it, so I want to know how that's supposed to check out.
Now's your chance to do the right thing by calling off the demolition.
Sorry, Nancy. Look, you're not thinking clearly. It's obvious she's not in the building. We've searched everywhere.
Call off the demolition. You've got to.
You're the only one who thinks
Hello,
she's here.
Suki.
There's no evidence.
Nicholas thinks she's in the building.
He's an outlaw, and he's using you.
Abby, that one is actually can't check. That's what the redemption code is.
There was evidence. I found a pizza box and one of her shoes.
Evidence that no one was able
It's
to
a little
verify.
bit confusing.
Who's to say you didn't imagine that stuff?
Joseph believes me.
He's a confused old codger. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to rally a wrecking crew.
Yes, we gotta love this. Brady,
Brady,
no!
no!
Brady, no! Brady, yes. Okay. So, let us see about trying to do the rubbing now. Yes, Brady, no. Suki, would you stop? Stop it. Don't mind my mouse just drifting
Can't
off
check that off
screen
yet.
as she scoots it. Suki. Just making me open and close the curtain repeatedly. Okay. So we need to do the rubbing. Okay. There we go. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna make a picture. I still can't believe, like, I never even thought to do that on any of my previous playthroughs. So I think we had to get a spoiler in a walkthrough for that because my husband and I could not figure that out. We got so stumped by the gum thing because we talked to Ned, and if you ask Ned for a hint, he makes you think you need to find a magnet so that you can magnetically attract it. And so I need to put the coin in there. So we were going everywhere looking for magnets. It never occurred to us to look for gum. Yes, Ned says to look for something that's like sticky or whatever, like a magnet. And so I'm like, why in the world would we... Okay. Okay, so it looks like this one, and then this one, this one, this one. Is that right? We're gonna see if that's right. Wonder if they were going to have a magnet but changed it at the last second. Maybe, that's a possibility. Okay, I think it's right because it's got the letters on it. Oop. Oh dear, pressing buttons. Okay. Yeah, that threw us off so much because we were going around trying to find a magnet, and we're like, there is not a magnet in this entire building. Why am I upstairs? What is this key for? Wait, it's for the projector, isn't it? Right? Is that right? Oh my word. So busy focused on the key that I didn't even think about what the key is for. Okay, I think it's for the projector. Alright. Yes. And now, let's see about going ahead and changing that. I actually didn't know you could go ahead and do that.
Okay, officers, this is our
But I knew as soon as you click on this, the police start talking. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no.
See anything, Dino?
That countdown for like the police coming in is so short, like surprisingly short compared to what you would expect. So my first playthrough, I was just casually like trying to change out the light bulb and everything, and it was like, no, you don't have time for this. You gotta go now. Okay. So now... Oh yeah, see, this is what happens, Abby. The knob falls off the projector, so then you have to go in the floor, and you do that. Oh. Well, you do that. But you can play this.
Testing.
And see, it's the recording.
Is this thing on? Hello?
So that's what you hear right before Maya gets kidnapped, and it's on a recording. Which means, Nancy's not going to comment on it, I guess, but it means that the culprit could have been someone up in the sound booth. Why are you smacking my computer screen? No. No, 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 no. Unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Okay. No one looked in the theater and saw the screen changing. Yeah, the police are wandering the building right now. But, oh, come on. But apparently they're not looking very hard. Okay, so now we know that it is the light switch in the projection booth.
Switch the power off.
Hey, Nancy, I've been looking for you.
Dear heavens. Joseph, enough with the jump scares.
How did you avoid the police?
I've decided I need to get organized, Nancy. Tomorrow I'm really gonna straighten up in here.
No glow stick for you.
But Joseph, there isn't going to be any tomorrow. Not for this theater, anyway.
I think a fresh coat of paint would really cheer things up, don't you?
Yeah, this is really sad. It makes you wonder if the implication is that he really does, like, not understand the reality of things. So yeah, it is sad.
I know it's you, Joseph. But why? Were you trying to buy some time so the Historical Society could declare
You just
the
figured out how
theater
to
a
add
landmark or something?
34 points to everyone? What in the world? Wasn't the premiere also supposed to have already happened, too?
snap out of it. Just tell me where Maya is.
Don't tell him she's here, Nancy.
Yes,
We'll take her away and
in-game
knock down
chaos
the
requires stream chaos. You cannot stop me. Oh boy.
They're gonna knock it down anyway. Please, we don't have much time.
Yeah, someone canceled the premiere because it was supposed to already happen. So.
I'm locked in.
So now we're locked in because, well, the game wants us to be, not because we broke stuff. So. Yeah. So now, that's. There we go. You can do all. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to remove Morgan as a moderator, aren't I? Wait, did I click it? I'm assuming I did not click it. No, I must have clicked it. Wait. Oh, come on. Click the thing. There we go. Oh yeah, we got the countdown over here. Oh no, okay. We're officially timed. Time to panic. Okay, and I need, oh, nope, need the key. Need the key. We are officially being timed. Okay. So now we have these notes, which we do not have the time to read. Talking about Houdini. And they're talking about Luisa Falcone. Because they actually... Oh, come on. Click, click. So her name's not signed. Oh my gosh. Wait, you removed points from me? You know I can give myself points, right? Yeah, that is a very good point, Tori. Like, the timer should have started after you look at this. Also, why is that in my inventory? Wait. Don't you have to just, like, randomly guess what key? I don't even remember. We're just grabbing a key and running.
Come on, come on!
Nope.
I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks. It's locked.
Oh, come on. Okay. So it's not that key. Oh, no. This... I'm just grabbing all the keys. I didn't know you could grab all of them. We're gonna have a second chance here, aren't we? Good thing I'm not doing a no second chances playthrough.
This one's useless. I must have the key somewhere in my bag of tricks.
Nancy, shut up. Did we already try that one? I don't know. Where's the green one? Try the green one. No, we definitely already tried that one.
Come on, come on!
Till demolition.
Oh, good heavens. This is so stressful. Should glitch the game by saying everything to Joseph? What? I didn't know there was a way to glitch it with that. However, Maya is in here and you can totally beat the game without looking at her. Maya!
Hang on,
I don't
Maya.
like the way her
I'll get
head
you out
just
of
like
there.
aggressively goes like that. So upsetting that this does not work.
Useless.
It's useless. Give me the saw. Give me the saw. I don't think you can even use this.
This is useless.
Yeah, she just says it's useless. It's so creepy.
I've got to let them know we're up here.
Okay. Jimmy, is that ball ready?
Not so fast, Detective.
Joseph, please let me past.
I can't let you do this, Nancy.
You don't remember trying to say everything
I'm
to Joseph?
warning you. I still got a trick or two up my sleeve.
I've said a fair amount
Blaze
of
glory.
things to him. She say every conversation option before you use the paper, the game should stop at some point. You have to wait for the second chance.
Joseph, you can go down in a blaze of glory if you want, but Maya and I are not coming with you.
I will let it go kind of low, but I'm not gonna
Joseph, this is far from over. Now step aside.
It's all over now.
We've still got time for a grand finale here, Joseph.
I never meant for it to turn out this way. Ah! That light!
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Look! The marquee! Stop the demolition!
Dear Bess, I still can hardly believe that Joseph,
We
sweet
did
little
it.
Joseph, was Maya's
We did
kidnapper.
it.
He says he
We
planned
did
to
it, guys.
kidnap Brady with the idea that Simone could use her Hollywood connections to save the theater. But when Maya entered the dressing room, he panicked and grabbed her
I make no
instead.
promises, but I
Plan
will not
B
remove
was
her
to
now.
stall the demolition long enough for the Historical Society
too much
to
fun.
declare the building an official landmark.
Check.
I guess he's been at the Royal Palladium
Yep,
for so
check.
long.
We
he just couldn't imagine his life
did it. We
without
solved the mystery.
But desperation aside, poor Joseph wasn't cut out for a life of crime, and pretty soon things were spinning out of his control.
It's the fact
Simone's
the
publicity
newspaper's
stunts
25
didn't help.
cents
At
for
least he
me.
was courteous and kind to Maya through the whole thing. Her testimony should
Here,
help
have
him
some
in
gum.
court.
You
The
want
good
some gum?
news is that the Royal
Will that
Palladium
help?
is still standing.
Stick the gum on his face.
Nicholas would inherit his grandmother
There,
Louise's
there.
50% of the
Pet,
theater.
pet.
Brady decided he'd better
Pet,
find
pet.
another site
It
for
is all
Planet
okay.
Tinseltown.
It's gonna
In
be
order to make
okay.
amends for
Just smack him in the
for the
face.
publicity, Brady donated his half of the theater to the St. Louis Historical Society.
I love his
Together with
face here.
Howard,
It's so
they should have
ridiculous.
this place restored to its original
Just
glory
we'll cover
and
his face.
ending
No.
for Simone, I'm afraid. She received an official reprimand from the National Press Corps for
Can I
her stunt
spray
with a
the
wreath.
Can I spray
Still,
WD-40 in
knowing
her face?
Simone, she'll be back at the top of her game in no time. So here ends
Oh my
the
gosh.
longest 3 days
Morgan,
of
you're
my
gonna
life.
break
The
everything.
premiere of Vanishing Destiny is back on. But I think this detective is going to wait for it to come out on videotape. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy.
1E. Oh my gosh. 1E plus 51. Not this. It's officially not even just normal numbers anymore. Alright guys, we beat the game. So, what do we think of breaking the game? Did you learn something new? I'm glad that I have figured out how to navigate the cheat menu a little bit more. Because sometimes when I'm playing it just on my own for fun, it's nice to be able to fix things when there's a little glitch sometimes. Wish you had a separate YouTube account for Jane. That would be amazing. Aw. Well, I'm glad we could be here to give you company, Morgan. Could have pretended to geek out over Brady. Yes, that would have been amazing. Now I have the most points of anyone. I do. Seems appropriate, I think. So, what would you guys say was your favorite part of this game? I feel like it's just a really funny game. It's not one of my favorites, which probably makes it hilarious that it's the first one I streamed, but I do think there's some pretty comical things in it. I like some of the puzzles. I wish it had more puzzles, because I feel like it's a bit light on the puzzles, and it's kind of a quick game. Like, you could solve it pretty quickly if you wanted to. But Casey, you could totally lurk on everyone's streams. That would be hilarious. I would love to see Jane Benvelin just show up on people's streams. That would be amazing. I feel like that's phase 2 of the character accounts, is creating YouTube accounts so we can just troll the streams. And my cat is now sitting on the keyboard. Excellent. Yes, Punchy LaRue. It's an okay game. I do love the theater. When I first played, though, I was afraid of it. Yeah, I could see that. It is one of those things that is kind of like, what do they call it? A liminal space, where it feels strange, like it has that eerie feeling to it. I had to spend time with you all, and that this made your evening better. Speaking of Punchy LaRue, is someone gonna do the buzzer so Punchy LaRue dances for us? Finally made it, and I'm done. Hi, Susie. Yeah, sorry you're late today. Trying to remember, is Kalina finishing Ransom of 7 Ships tonight? So if so, we can all probably jump over there if you want some more company for the night. You love that it's fairly true to the Fox in St. Louis. That's good. I'm trying to remember, Abby, was it? I know you said that you like this game. Was it your first game? I can't remember if it's just because you're in that area or if it was your first game. I don't remember. She's not on yet, but you will be there. Yes, I want to see if she is going to make Bess disappear and just vaporize, because it was amazing when I did that, and I'm still annoyed that Hugh didn't do it. Congratulations, Sleuth. You are wonderful. Have a good night, everyone. Mama Beat. Thanks for coming to the stream, Mama, and I hope you have a good night. Yes, she needs to do what Hugh did not. We need the satisfaction. Your first was Shadow Ranch. You just love it because no one cares about St. Louis. That is funny. We love the beats. So, my cat has just gotten very chill here. If you couldn't tell. So, this is what I deal with. Oh yeah, that's right. He also missed the optional thing with Johnny Roll. And Kalina did that one. I do remember that. So, I am probably going to go ahead and be popping off here, but thank you to everyone who showed up for the stream. Can we call ourselves the Beatlets, the Beatles? Yes. I don't know. I thought about just beats, but I know we'll have to think on that. I think you're really good with puns, so I might be asking you for guidance with that. I vote Beatles. Everyone else is beatless. You guys are silly. Well, this was a great time. I had fun playing this game. But the real question is, do we have suggestions for which game I should play next? For which Nancy Drew game? Because I have not decided on that, and I am very open to suggestions. So what do we think? Because I want to try to play one. No, I'm not doing Stay Tuned for Danger next. I'm not doing that one because people just played that. Well, and I'm playing Spiritfarer tomorrow. I mean, which Nancy game? Okay, so I see Shattered Medallion, Phantom of Venice. I'm gonna play it at some point, but several people like just played it because people are going in order. Next to one of the ones that I've played. Dad, I don't know. The ones that I think you know something about would be Curse of Blackmore Manor, Haunting of Castle Malloy, maybe Crystal Skull some. Definitely Shadow Ranch. Blackmore Inn. It's Curse of Blackmore Manor. It's not Blackmore Inn. It's not an inn. Do a newer one and go backwards. White Wolf for the Wii. I'm not going to do a Wii game. Keep with Brady Armstrong being a connected character. That's not a bad idea. I could do Curse of Blackmore Manor. That is definitely one of my favorites. I thoroughly enjoy that game. Any indie game you play, I would watch. Well, that is very kind of you, Amy. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, so I might do Curse of Blackmore Manor. Maybe I'll come up with a couple ones, put it in my story and see what people think. But yeah, I like that idea to keep the Brady Armstrong theme. That's a good idea. I don't know. See, Morgan, I am tempted with Ghost Dogs to try to get you to play it with me, but I also feel like you should play it with Susie, and maybe playing it with multiple people is too much. But I know Susie has already asked about people playing specific games with her, so I don't want to take that thunder away. And then I could do Dan to continue on with Jane. I could do that. Perhaps so. Maybe after Kerr is Dan, to go from Brady to Jane, and Jane to her, Game and Dan. Yep. Great minds are thinking alike, putting it together in the chat. She's playing it with me. Ghost Dogs is your favorite game, though. Just play it with everybody, Morgan. Try to go from game to game with a reoccurring character like a chain link. That is a very interesting idea. I like that because I don't know that anyone else has done that. I know Ricky has done connecting the voice actors, and that's a little bit different, but yeah, and then Sunny just connects everything. Yeah, so I think I might go with Curse of Blackmore Manor. It's definitely a favorite. I've played it like a gazillion times. Yeah, that could be my thing. And then I could go from Dan to Shattered Medallion. Yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea. Well, I think I am going to go ahead and pop off. So I'm going to get a bite to eat and maybe go see some of Kalina's stream. And yeah. So thank you guys for coming and being in the chat. The replay will be up on YouTube. I'll probably also post it as a VOD in the playlist. Probably tomorrow morning at some point. But I had to play 6 Degrees of Sunny June. That is amazing. Do it, baby beat, then Papa will quit talking about it. Oh my word. But yeah, this was a good time. I enjoyed this, and thank you guys for coming. And I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys later. Hopefully see you at Kalina stream, and then maybe see you tomorrow night for Spiritfarer on Twitch at 6 p.m. Eastern. See you guys.